Warriors, welcome. Listen, you may be going through the day and consciously thinking, I really want to get to a better place in my life. I'm ready to make that change. But unconsciously, you continue to run certain patterns, ways of thinking, emotional states, actions, images that are causing you to stay anxious, stay in the realm of anxiety. So what I want to do today is I want to bring to your awareness 5 things that are causing you to stay stuck in anxiety that you may not be realizing. But today, because you've realized it, you can become mindful over it and begin changing it. The first one comes down to falling for your first impressions. I mean, we live in a world where whatever we feel, we react on. Whatever we think, that's the truth. And the truth is that those are just one options out of many other options that you are capable of touching on in that moment. That first impression is based around the cognitive rationale of an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old child. And why I say this is because the subconscious mind cannot make decisions. It's not the conscious mind. It cannot rationalize. It cannot analyze. What it can do is provide you with a feeling based around what took place in the earliest times of your life and what you've done the most often. So that feeling is based around habit. And I want to bring to your attention today that your first impressions are false. They're false based around the situation. They're based around survival needs, right? They're based around looking for the threat in everything that you do. So we must get to a place where we begin to question these first impressions. That's the first mistake that we're making. Number 2 is waking up and going into autopilot, right? People get up in the morning and boom, right away they take on the day, same pattern, same thinking, same feeling, same acting, everything. But starting today, what I really want you to do is I want you to come to a place of mindfulness. I want you to become aware of what you're doing, the formulas, the patterns that you're using that's causing you to feel so anxious in the mornings, right? Because again, you have an option. You have the ability to choose. You have the ability to choose what you believe in, what's true, what's false. And you don't have to live by the voices in your head, which aren't even your voices. The beliefs in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, that aren't even your beliefs. You can begin questioning everything, especially who you've become. Third mistake is feeling like the world is against you. Oh my goodness, this was every day, right? My emotional state colored my perceptions. I started to think, why is everybody against me? Why does nobody understand me? Am I the only one suffering this much from anxiety? Why the heck is that person over there feeling good? She doesn't deserve to. Right? That was me every single day. I felt like people didn't understand me. I felt lonely. I felt heartbroken. I felt anxious, panicky. And everything I looked at was a threat. It was a threat to me. It was either a threat to my reputation. It was a threat to my survival. It was a threat to my finances. It was a threat. It was always a threat. But I want you to understand that just because you feel something and perceive something again, this could be the farthest thing from the truth, right? Especially the way you're perceiving yourself. So what I need you to do is forgive yourself for feeling this way. What I need you to do is forgive other people because they're all doing the best they can. And this world is a safe place, as much as you may believe that it is not at the moment. But soon, you're going to see through all those fears and those core beliefs. The fourth mistake is picking out the worst qualities of others and different situations, right? And so I was going about my days always picking out the worst out of every situation. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be surrounded by so many people. They're going to judge me harshly. How's my hair? Right? All sorts of things. And I created problems. I created problem after problem after problem. And I got to a place where I was physically and emotionally and mentally depleted. Because I was constantly looking to solve a problem that didn't even exist. The problem was in my mind. The problem was something I was feeling. It was in my body. And I realized after some time that I was in fact addicted to creating problems. And the question was why? Why was I so addicted to creating problems? Well, personally, I was addicted to creating problems because back when I was a kid, I needed certain things to be met. I wanted to feel like less of a mistake. I wanted to see if I could bring my family together to feel like a family. I wanted to connect with people. I wanted to feel a sense of significance, love. And so what happened was I was constantly in a place where I was creating problems because those problems led me to getting my needs met. For example, getting sick. I was sick as a child all the time. I was constantly injured because when I was sick and when I was injured, I found that my authority figures and other people were providing me with some sympathy. We were all together. We were all connected. We were all concerned about me. Problems brought us closer together. Wow, what a realization. So as an adult, I realized that, I could begin meeting these needs in a more positive and productive way. Even though as a child, I didn't have the ability to think. I didn't have the ability to solve problems or to see through things or analyze things. But as an adult, we have that opportunity. All right? So again, one of the mistakes that you're making most likely right now is picking out the worst qualities in everyone and everything. Stop. Stop. Because there's always another way to see something. And the fifth mistake is labeling different as wrong or scary, or being incapable of facing different. Anything in my life that was different was ruled out of my life. Right? I am not going there. I am not thinking that way. I am not approaching that person. It is different, right? And so I found myself always wearing the same clothes, always saying the same things, always hanging around the same environments, sticking around the same people, the handful of people that were as depressed or anxious as I was. So we have to understand that different isn't bad. It's just different. And I'm going to ask you one question. When you're 95, 100 years old, and you're in your deathbed, do you want to look back on your life and say, I lived a safe life? Or do you want to look back and say, I lived a pleasant and exciting life? Which one do you really want? Because let me tell you something. The root of all suffering is the need for control. Let me say that again. The root of all suffering is the need for control. And if you're in a place right now where you're trying to provide yourself with more and more comfort places and people, then you're going to lose. You're going to be sabotaging any good that comes your way. And anytime something different shows up, you're going to say, no, that's bad. Because you're stuck in a place of trying to control everything, including other people. And you cannot control other people. So warriors, those are the 5 anxiety mistakes that you may be making right now. I want you to comment below right now. Comment below and let me know which one of these or any other anxiety mistakes that may have come to your attention because of this video that you're currently making. Because part of healing is understanding. Part of healing is solving this puzzle, recognizing the formula that's not working and creating a formula that will work but is different. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Remember that you are more than anxiety. If you have any other questions on the End the Anxiety program or the Life Mastery program, head on over to this website right here. Bye-bye.